Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Steffy Forrester runs away. Jacqueline McSinn's Wood hiding baby bump. The Bold and the Beautiful writers have backed Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McSinn's Wood, into a corner on the CBS soap. It's only a matter of time before everyone realizes she was wrong about Hope Logan, Annika Noel, but the damage will be done. Would Steffy rather skip town and run away to Europe again than face the music? Or are the writers purposefully making it so she has to exit for other reasons? Here's what's coming up next on B&B, spoilers ahead. Word on social media is that fan-faved Jacqueline McSinn's Wood might be pregnant with baby number 5. The B&B writers seem to have given up on trying to write Jacqueline's pregnancies into ongoing storylines on the daytime soap. The last time Wood was rocking a baby bump, the writers shipped Steffy off to Europe until her maternity leave ended. Eagle-eyed Bold viewers have flocked to social media to speculate whether or not Woods is trying to hide a new baby bump. Interestingly, the actress' rumored pregnancy comes at a pivotal point for her character. The Forrester family has no idea what Carter Walton, Lawrence Street Victor, has in store for them, and when his hostile FC takeover goes down, and Steffy learns she's not in charge anymore, you know what is going to hit the fan. Last week on Bold and Beautiful, Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, had an interesting chat with Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. If Deacon gets through to Finn and he takes Hope's side, Steffy is going to serve him divorce papers and board the first plane out of the country. Regardless of how everything plays out, Steffy Forrester has multiple reasons to leave Los Angeles. If Jacqueline McSinn's Wood is indeed pregnant again, it won't be hard for the writers to excuse her for a while. Do you think Wood is hiding another baby bump? The sun rose over the glittering skyline of Los Angeles, casting its golden rays on the familiar luxury of Forrester creations. But this morning wasn't like any other for Steffy Forrester. The usually poised and collected CEO of the fashion empire was on the verge of a decision that would shock everyone in her orbit. Whispers of tension had been brewing for weeks. Finn's lingering mistrust, fueled by unresolved feelings about Sheila's influence in their lives, had driven a wedge between them. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer's resurfacing concerns for Steffy's well-being had reignited an old spark, one she desperately tried to extinguish. Torn between two men who couldn't seem to stay out of her heart and a career demanding every ounce of her energy, Steffy reached her breaking point. The decision to run. Steffy had always been a warrior. She thrived on challenges and knew how to rise above the chaos that often defined her life. But as she stood in her Malibu home, overlooking the ocean waves that usually brought her peace, she felt anything but calm. Finn's plea to trust him again echoed in her mind, but so did Liam's confession that he'd never stopped loving her. "I can't do this," she muttered, pacing the floor. Her hand instinctively rested on her midsection, a subtle reminder of her secret. Jacqueline McSinn's Wood's real-life pregnancy was cleverly being concealed on screen with oversized blazers and strategically placed handbags. But for Steffy, the possibility of another child added a new layer of complication. Her gaze drifted to a suitcase she had hastily packed. This wasn't just a weekend getaway, it was a calculated escape. For once, Steffy was choosing herself over the men fighting for her attention. She needed clarity, space, and, most of all, a chance to breathe. The goodbye letter. Before leaving, Steffy sat down to write a letter, a farewell to her family and loved ones. She knew her sudden disappearance would cause a ripple effect, but she hoped they'd understand in time. To my family, I've always believed in strength, resilience, and the power of love. But sometimes, even the strongest need to step back and find themselves. Please don't worry about me. I need this time to figure out who I am without the constant pull of everyone else's expectations. To Finn and Liam, you've both shown me what love can be in different ways. But right now, I need to focus on the love I have for myself and my children. This isn't goodbye forever. It's just goodbye for now. With love, Steffy." She left the letter on the dining table, her heart aching with each word she wrote. A trail of questions. When Finn returned home later that evening, he immediately sensed something was off. The house was unusually quiet. Hayes' toys were tidied away, and Steffi's favorite leather jacket was missing from its usual spot by the door. "Steffy," he called out, his voice echoing through the empty house. It wasn't long before he found the letter. As he read it, his heart sank. "She left," he whispered, disbelief and hurt flooding his expression. Meanwhile, Liam stood in the Forrester office, scrolling through his phone when Hope entered, her face etched with concern. "Liam, have you heard from Steffy?" "Finn just called. She's gone," Hope said, her voice trembling. Liam's eyes widened. "Gone? What do you mean gone?" "She left a note. Finn thinks she's trying to get away from everything, maybe even him." The news hit Liam like a freight train. Memories of Steffy and the life they once shared came rushing back. Despite his love for Hope, part of him had never fully let go of Steffy, and now the thought of her being alone was unbearable. Where did she go? Steffy didn't leave any clues about her destination. The letter was vague, intentionally so, leaving everyone to wonder where she might be. Ridge, her father, was particularly distraught. "This isn't like Steffy," he said during a meeting with Brooke. "She doesn't just run away." "She's been under a lot of pressure," Brooke replied. "Maybe she just needed a break. We all do sometimes." "Not Steffy. She's stronger than that." Ridge's mind raced. Could Sheila have something to do with this? He wouldn't put it past her to push Steffy to the edge. A new chapter begins. As everyone speculated about her whereabouts, Steffy found herself on a secluded beach far from Ley. She had rented a small rustic cabin, a far cry from the luxury she was accustomed to. The simplicity of her new surroundings was refreshing, and for the first time in years, she felt free. She spent her days walking along the shore, journaling and reflecting on her life. The weight of her decisions, the heartbreaks, and the triumphs all poured out onto the pages of her notebook. But even in her solitude, Steffy couldn't escape the nagging thoughts of Finn and Liam. She missed her children terribly, but she knew this time apart was necessary. Jacqueline McKinn's Wood's real-life storyline. Behind the scenes, Jacqueline McKinn's Wood's pregnancy had become a creative challenge for the show's writers. While Steffy's storyline didn't directly address her pregnancy, it added a layer of depth to her character's decision to leave. The strategic wardrobe choices and carefully framed shots were a testament to the production team's effort to keep the secret under wraps while honoring Wood's real-life journey. Fans had been speculating for weeks, dissecting every outfit and social media post for clues. The actress's glow and subtle hints during interviews only fueled the rumors. What's next for Steffy? Back in Los Angeles, the search for Steffy continued. Finn became increasingly desperate, enlisting Ridge and Taylor's help to track her down. Meanwhile, Liam found himself torn between supporting Hope and following his instincts to find Steffy. As days turned into weeks, whispers of Steffy's possible return began to circulate. Would she come back stronger and more determined than ever? Or would her time away lead to a life-changing decision that altered the Forrester family forever? One thing was certain. Steffy's absence left a void in the lives of everyone who loved her. But for Steffy herself, it was a chance to rediscover her identity, unburdened by expectations and conflict. The bold and the beautiful fans will have to stay tuned to see where this journey takes her, and how Jacqueline McKinn's Wood's real-life pregnancy might influence the twists and turns ahead.